have Rachel with me, and we're going to do a fun short cut on her. She just wants it shortened all around, and then a little bit longer on the bangs, but everywhere else just short and fun. And then we will dry it this way. So when we get to that point, I will show you how to texture that, okay? All right, so in the back, you're just going to point cut into this. Just shorten this up a little bit. And then once we dry it, you can always double check that bottom, because it seems like every time it dries, sometimes the back dries a little different. Anyway, okay, so now we're going to start up here in the crown area, and we're doing pretty short. She just wants it kind of short and messy so it's easy. For sure, point cut into this. I wouldn't straight cut. Do a 90-degree angle back to this point. Okay, now from this point down, I'm going to do it a little bit tighter, which means instead of holding it out at a 90-degree angle, which is straight out from the head, I am bringing this in. See how that's that way? I'm just going to raise this up a tiny bit, so there we go. We had her up there and I put her down, now she's back up. Okay. So this way, when I angle in this way, it's going to be tighter against the head. So here, obviously, there's more length, and then you come this way and it's tight. Oh, and I'm throwing my cones. Okay. Anyway, all right. Now just point cut into this. Same thing. Just come 90-degree until, I usually go about to the top of the ear. And then about the top of the ear, that's when I start to angle my fingers in so it's tighter at the bottom. She has a super cute face for this haircut, nice and thin. It's always nice, Rachel, just saying. You'd never guess she's a grandma. She looks like she's way, 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 way too young.
You're too nice.
I'm serious. Okay, so just angle this in. So you can see that side, I just held that out. And now by the ear, we're just gonna, right here, we're just gonna taper this down. Turn it this way so you can see better. And then we'll really get it textured. Because you want different lengths in this haircut. Okay, now by this ear, everything from the ear I just kind of push forward. And then I'm going to hold this out and cut into that. And back here, just down the side. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys. You come on this side. I'm just going to hold her ear down. And then I'm just going to take by her ear and go down. So from her ear, you can see how it connects there. That's how I'm doing her sides. Okay, now over here. Again, we're just taking this shorter. It was getting bulky through this back, so she wanted that shorter. Because the less you have to do back here, the better off you are.
That's right.
Right? Then you just dry it down and it goes. Okay, now down this side. And then again, when I get by that ear, I'll show you how I did that. Okay, now by her ear, hold that out. You connect that top layer to that side. Okay, and then with this, same thing. Just comb that hair down, move her ear, and then you're just going to come up from that bottom and just go right behind that ear. Okay, now to double check that, you guys, you're just going to come up the back. If there's any longer pieces, you just point cut into that. See how you go up this way? Double check that. Same thing with the sides. Okay. Now this side. Okay, perfect. All right, now, okay, so she wants some of this front long. So what we're going to do, instead of cutting straight across, we're going to come here, and we're coming back where the short piece is, kind of chop into this. Okay, then you're going to lift this front part, and you lift it up on an angle, this way, okay? So obviously when you put the hair down, this falls longer, okay? So up here, shorter, angle up and come up to that corner. Okay, so I do that middle section. Okay, then I'm going to comb this to the side. Now what I'm going to do is her sides. So just going to kind of chop into this a little bit. Kind of come up on an angle. This way, we're just going around her head. Okay, now I'm not going like way close to her head right here, just because you want that to fall long. Now up here you can chop into it. Because this is still going to be long, but it doesn't need to be heavy, if that makes sense. You don't want it too heavy. So you kind of chop into that. Okay, now in the front, I'm going to come and texture that in a minute. But what I'm doing is just taking a little bit off of this front. And then after we dry is when we can check texture too and see how that is. Okay, now we're going to take this up by her ear. Okay, so I just go right at that ear area and then just make sure all that connects. Behind the ear and right there. Okay, now with this side, same thing, I'm going to hold this out. Point cut into that. Same thing, point cut into this. Okay, now we're going to come up by her ear. And we're going to make sure that this is connected. Okay, now what I'm going to do, okay, we're going to try it this way. So I'm going to bring my shears in, and I'm just barely closing them, open and close. What this is going to do is take some of the hair out, but not big chunks. See how you can see a little bit, leave some, come in a little bit, leave some, because you want them different lengths in that front. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take and texturize this, okay? So I would go up, not down by the scalp, I wouldn't go on the very, very ends, but kind of middle to ends to give this texture. So middle and then up to the ends. This will give it movement. Especially back through here. She has fine hair, the texture's fine, but she has a ton of it. And so this really helps to have this texture in it. Okay, and then same thing on the sides. I'm just going to come through here. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to just comb all that hair out. Okay. Now, a good way to see if you have enough texture in somebody's hair is after you texturize it, if you hold it up and it stays, you have enough texture. So let me show you that. Okay, so we're looking good here, looking good here. We look a little heavy here. Do you guys see that? See how this is standing up, but this seems like it's plopping a little. It is longer, obviously, so it won't stand up as good. But so what we want to do with this is come in, take little chunks out, okay? Close your scissors as you go in. See, that gives it shorter under these long hairs. And that's what you want. Shorter under those long. And then that way you can kind of place this exactly where you want it. Okay, so see, after doing that, you guys, did you see how that's standing up now? That's a good way to get that texture through there, okay? Okay, now I'm just going to clean up her neck a tiny bit. Okay, then here's the root lifter. This is what we spray in to keep some volume through the top. This haircut's really fun. You can actually just spray it and have it be really soft. A soft look, that's fine. Today, she wants to do it kind of spiky and messy here, so we'll do that. Or one day she can wear it nice and soft with just this back. Anyway, you can do a lot with a short haircut. Even when you think it's just cut in one way, you can do quite a bit. So anyway, we're going to do that. Then I'm going to take 1 squirt of my mousse. That's all she needs with this kind of mousse, okay? It's very concentrated. So we just put 1 squirt of that in it. Okay, and now we're going to dry. Okay, so the back is just cut to where you can just dry it down. Just going to kind of fall into place. And around this area is when I would start to move your fingers back and forth when you dry. Now where I have the root lifter in it, gel, sorry. When it's about dry, that's when I bring in my Epic wet brush. The ones that you can get on the link below too from Amazon. Anyway, and you can go back and forth with this brush. Sorry, I'm just going to turn her in the mirror for just a second. Okay, now I'm going to lift this up. Just going to do this messy. And if she wanted, she could put the root lifter in, you know, through this area. And like I say, she could just dry that so it lifts a little bit and then just have it really, you know, smooth in the front. So however you're feeling for the day, you just go with it.
Feeling smooth or spiky?
That's right, exactly. Okay, and then just her bang area, I'm just going to come and just bring this down a little bit. Then I'm going to take 2 drops of the oil, and this just adds shine and softness. So you can just go this way with the oil. And it smells really good. It smells like lemons. Okay, now. So, oh good, thank you. Good, she said she likes the color. We just lightened it. It was fun. Put a little bit of red with it. Anyway, so she could even leave it like that if she wanted. And you guys can see how it's just standing up with the stuff. But I am going to add a little clay to give it a piecey look. And with her color, you can see just below the ear, I put the dark below just to have some dimension and some separation there. Okay, now the hairspray, just going to spray that. I'm going to turn her to the mirror so I can see. And that front, how's your front? Is that okay?
Good.
Very good. You can bring the flat iron through here. I'm just going to bring that through there a tiny bit. Okay. All right, you guys, she is set. I'm going to turn her around so you can see. Just going to turn her slow. Okay, perfect. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. I know I've had a lot of people ask lately about the products, so you can get a hold of me and I can help you with that. But I really do appreciate you guys, and please share, like, and subscribe, and we will talk to you next time, okay? Thanks so much. See ya.